One of the great things about farming is still being close to the land and really understanding what it takes to produce a crop, to produce food. You know, so many people, I think today, have a yearning for that. You know, we want to connect with people on that, and we want people to understand what a great thing it is to actually be able to grow food.
I'm Jim Parlberg of Parlberg Farms in Rolling Prairie, Indiana. As far as I know, my dad and uncle have told me that all their life they remember raising tomatoes. It's just always been in their family. It's a family farm, and your business is all in the home, and my kids work with me. And your dad and your boss, you know, you're both.
I'm 25, but I've been working since I was 9, so when you're harvesting tomatoes, you see the tomatoes that you picked, you see the loads, you get a sense of accomplishment. You can really feel it. You take pride in it.
And what's interesting is after a long day's work, our 2 grown boys will stay sometimes and they'll go to the hay mow. It's exciting as a mom to see them interact with each other because, you know, all 6 of them will be out there. So that's exciting.
And we started raising in the early 80s with red gold. And you know, it's been a real blessing. They've allowed me to grow our operation to where we're at today, and we're very thankful for that.
Well, we now have 4 generations of farming. The 4th ones are coming on, and I can tell by Colin here, he's going to be a farmer, all right.
I remember sitting on the fender while my dad was driving, and I remember I just stared at the steering wheel and stared exactly how he was doing it. Then he sat on the fender, and I drove. And when he got off, I remember how I thought I could handle it all, but I was so nervous. But you know, then history takes over, and next thing you know, you know it all.
We live here and we eat our products, and family farm is a great place to be. And we take really good care of our land, and we wouldn't do anything to harm it. Our Indiana soil is good. I think you have to grow something in a good spot to get a good taste. And so I think that's why we got good tasting tomatoes.
I would be safe to say that you know, the reason we're still raising tomatoes is because of red gold. And they treat us like a family because they're a family.
At this farm, we go back to 1917 when my great-grandfather had an opportunity to come to Indiana, and he bought this farm. And so then that was the beginning of Rice Farm's legacy. So now the next generation is here, my 2 sons, David and James.
You know, ever since we were little kids, we were farming rows in the carpet with all our little toy tractors and stuff, so I don't know really what else we'd be doing.
I grew up completely different from farm life. I grew up in suburbs of Chicago, suburbs of Milwaukee, and in a neighborhood and stuff, never with this much space. And definitely raising my kids has just opened my eyes to how much I love living out here on a farm.
Red Gold's been awesome to work with. I would argue they have one of the best grower company relations that is out there. I mean, they're a family-oriented company, just like we're a family-oriented farm, and it really makes us click pretty well together.
My passion is tomatoes. I've always been stuck in a tomato field somewhere.
Scott and I met when we were in high school, and I used to live across from the farm, and he would go back and forth with the tractor, and I'd be in that upstairs window waving at him just about every round. Raising a family on a farm is just to us what comes natural.
I raise tomatoes for Red Gold, and I'm very proud of it because it's a family operation, and I can relate to that. And I think that's the difference in today's business, is how you conduct business.
I feel like I'm living in a dream because this is a business that David and I started. And not only have we been able to continue it, but we have our children working in it with us. And we get to watch them build on what we started, and they're doing it very successfully. So it doesn't get any better than that.
The coolest thing is just the fact that we can do it for ourselves and for our family, and we can look forward to hopefully building something that someone in coming generation will value.
You can live where you work with your family, and then being able to plant a crop and bring it along, and then in just a few months be able to harvest it. There's really nothing quite like that. It's an amazing life.
And I don't know how many companies you can grow for where the owner knows my name.